All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Untitled Art, and they are out of Waunakee, Wisconsin, and this is their Tiki Sour. So they're calling this one a Berliner Weisse-style Ale with pineapple, mango, coconut, key lime, and natural flavors. Comes in at 7% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, I don't know exactly how this can is, but it does have a best by date of November 16th of 2023, so we're about 15 months away from that date. We should be fine. So Untitled Art, I've reviewed a couple beers from them on the channel, but I've never actually picked up their beers for reviewing purposes. Both of the beers I reviewed on the channel were sent to me by friends and fellow beer tubers of the channel, and we didn't get Untitled Art until maybe like a year and a half ago, and now we get a bunch of their stuff. I've never had any of their hop forward beers, never had any of their sours. Both of the beers I had were like, I think it was a chocolate Scotch ale, and the other one was the double brownie imperial stout. So when I saw this, I was like, you know what? Let's give it a go. I mean, I really like pineapple and mango, love coconut, love key lime, and love those natural flavors, right? But we'll see how this one is. I mean, it's a heavily fruited Berliner Weiss, and yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's give it a crack here, and we will pour it. Oh yeah, it's rising, nice. So we'll give it like a heavy pour here. I don't want to go too heavy, you know why? Because I feel like it's gonna rise. We'll see. Maybe not. I think we'll be all right. So there's absolutely no head on this at all. You know, when it comes to these heavily fruited sours, you know, a lot of times they don't look or taste or even feel like beer. We got some Dirty Glass Mafia, and we have rectified the situation. So yeah, it has the, you know, fruit pectin on the side and everything, but the head is just bubbles. That looks like bubbles you get in like a hot chocolate or something. I don't know, like that looks kind of weird. It has this, like, this kind of looks like, I don't know, some kind of fruit juice, maybe like a guava juice or something. Very murky and turbid, can't see through it. Again, they're using fruit puree pie for all of the fruits, and it's just weird. I don't think I've ever seen a head did not form on this beer, but the bubbles are just hanging out. It's crazy. Looks kind of weird. Anyway, let's get a nose on it. Okay, yeah, so it smells like some kind of, you know, fruity beach cocktail, right? Like a tiki cocktail. First thing that hits my nose, mango. Huge mango, a little bit of that key lime. The pineapple and coconut are underneath kind of give me slight pina colada vibes, but since they're like the third or fourth character, it's not as big. I'm also getting cherries. Maybe that's the natural flavors, or maybe just a combination of the fruits. Yeah, this 100% smells like some kind of cocktail you would be drinking poolside, maybe you know, at the beach. You just want something like this. 7%, you'll be feeling good, and it should be very thirst quenching and refreshing. Not much more going on. Like, it smells just like one of those cocktails. Anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. That's really nice. And what I enjoy about this, honestly, is it has a firm, almost high tart into low sourness. It's definitely acidic on the back of the throat. I feel like I might get heartburn from this, but I actually welcome that because otherwise a lot of these are just too sweet. I would, honestly, tasting this is like a fruit punch, like a fruit punch cocktail. I'm getting, I don't know why, but I'm getting big cherry vibes to this one, and pineapple. Pineapple's the first ingredient listed, so that makes sense. But the cherry has like a cherry pineapple thing, but there's that key lime. I think that acidity and like that tartness is kind of being ramped up by that lime. There's underlying, you know, pina colada feel to this one, but I didn't think this was going to be pina colada. But you know, two of you know, both the ingredients in a pina colada, at least from a fruit perspective, pineapple and coconut, definitely in here. But it's not leading the way, which is fine. Again, I didn't assume that. Body of this one, not as thick as some of the crazy fruit pureed, heavily fruited sours, smoothies, slushy. This is like lower side of full. There's a thickness here, but it's not overly done. So really nice there. The mouthfeel also is not super smooth and creamy and whatnot. This is more of a crisp, moderate carbonation. I wouldn't necessarily call it super effervescent or anything, but it's spritzy on the palate to some degree. The body's nice, mouthfeel's nice. the taste, it's honestly just fruit punch. Cherry, pineapple. Underneath it is coconut. I think there's an omnipresent key lime thing. Again, that acidic kind of high tartness, definitely from the key lime, I feel. Not really getting a lot of the mango, but maybe that's where I'm perceiving cherry and it's more mango because the mango is kind of mixing in with the pineapple and the rest of the fruits. And my brain's just going, that's cherry? Maybe. Or maybe the natural flavors are cherry. This finishes with a really nice balance too. It's sweet up front, all that fruit puree. On the back though, finishes semi-dry. Mildly bitter, but what really helps it out is that high tartness and that moderate, like acidic kind of punch on the back of the throat. Because when I finish the sip, a lot of times they're just too sweet and they just keep on ramping up and building and it gets to the point where you're like, all right, I drank half that can, no more. That's not the case for this. I'm going to drink the rest of this and I'm going to be happy about it. It's real refreshing too. Like the fruit character to this is more of like, a lot of times fruit puree beers like this are heavy. This is not heavy. This is more of like a light kind of refreshing quality as opposed to like a really sweet, like dark kind of fruit feeling. 7%, a little bit of warming in the chest, not much, nothing on the palate, so really nice. Yeah, this is really tasty. Is it amazing or anything? No. I mean, you know, I've had so many of these heavily fruited sours at this point that it's really hard for me to go crazy, but a lot of them are just like, I give high scores to them because a lot of them kind of, these are the least complex and hardest beers to review because more often than not, they are what they say they are. Like this says Tiki Sour, and in my mind, I start thinking Tiki cocktail, something that's very fruity and, you know, it's going to have some tartness and real fruit juice and whatnot. And that's exactly what this is. This is like, instead of a Tiki Sour, I just say there's like a fruit punch sour or something, right? But they've kind of nailed it. They've made the body not, you know, be too heavy. It's nice and light and kind of like spritzy on the palate from a carbonation standpoint. It's very refreshing, crushable, and something that I enjoy. At the end of the day, though, like the flavors themselves are not amazing, but fuck, man, this is really good. So, Tiki Sour from Untitled Art. I have no problems giving this one a. We'll go straight 4.25. I mean, I think that's a fair fucking score for this beer. 4.25 out of 5. Really good score. Really good beer, and I enjoyed it to that level, which would be a 4.25 out of 5. Price availability, I think I paid like $6 for that can. Typically, that's the going rate for beers like this. You know, anywhere typically from like $6 to $8, depending on the brewery, where you get the beers at. You know, it fluctuates. Unless you're 450 North and you charge anywhere from like 12 or 10 to $13 in my area, which ridiculous, but this is more in the realm of what I'd like to pay. $6 a can, that's fine. And availability, I don't know what Untitled Art, but they get, I know, distro all over the place. I don't know specific details or anything. I just know we see them here in the Buffalo, New York area, and I need to pick up more of their stuff. I need to try some of their IPAs and some of their other offerings because this, to me, is a winner. Anyway, if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. I think it's really good. I wish maybe there was a little bit more of like a coconut and mango influence, especially the coconut. But, you know, that's a slight disappointment. And with those fruits in there, I mean, you're talking 4 different fruits plus natural flavors. A lot of times you're not going to get. Now, I will say the one thing that is slightly disappointing about this beer, it calls itself a Berliner Weisse, and this is where the argument is made by a lot of people about, is it beer, is it not beer? Maybe they should just do seltzers. I couldn't tell you the base of this is Berliner Weisse. If I had to guess, I'd say just like a base kettle sour, which, you know, Berliner Weisse typically is just with wheat. I can't really taste the beer, okay? It tastes like a Tiki Sour, but like an actual cocktail. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.